Divine games, divine games, divine games, divine games, divine games.
What's good, family? Divine Games, and we back with another little banger. On the weekends, I try to mix it up a little bit from the weeks. During the week, I do my walkthroughs from Monday through Friday, but when it comes to the weekends, I like to do a little something different. I like to do, a combination of both gameplays and walkthroughs. With Saturday being the scary games, scary video reactions, Sunday being the more, silly, more fun games and video reactions. With today being Saturday, it's time to get to that scary theme. And with it being October, it's the perfect time to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jump right into a video that I stumbled upon. These some people, they make wonderful, amazing videos. If you all don't know anything about them, they're called Llama Arts. I watch these videos all the time on my downtime and between time. If I get the free time, anytime I see they got a new nice little video, I make sure I jump right into it and check them out. So we're going to jump on one of these videos today. They have a video called Midnight Horror Story. It can be a banger. More than likely, it will be a banger because, like I said, I don't think I've ever seen a bad video from these guys. I'm pretty sure I have never seen a bad video from these guys. So we're gonna enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I waited until it was late in the night to watch these videos to set the mood for this Saturday. So do me a favor before we get it popping. Leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Share with your friends and your family. And one more thing, because it's a weekend. And I'm saying we switch it up with the themes, and not just that, because it's not just me playing a game, it's also us both together watching a video. Do me a quick favor, get you a snack, get your popcorn, get your beverage, and let's get it. A night horror story, huh? See what it's about.
I'm not making this video for attention, or sympathy, or anything. I just want anyone who can help me to do that. My name's Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
And this is a story I wish I didn't have to tell. I've been a night owl my entire life.
You and me
As
both.
a teen, I used to stay up way past midnight every night, watching terrifying videos on YouTube. I know now they were nothing compared to the horrors of the real world. Nothing compared to the tragedy my family and I went through. The story I'm gonna tell to you now. My parents, being teachers, had always emphasized the importance of sleeping well to me, and would definitely disapprove of my late night routine.
My mom.
So I knew that if they'd caught me up at that time, I'd be in big trouble. At first, this wasn't a problem, but after I told them about a child predator in our neighborhood that I'd seen in one of my videos, they seemed to grow more and more paranoid, which was obviously understandable. Every night, I'd hear one of them wandering into my room, checking on me, and every night, I'd immediately turn off my light and pretend to be asleep.
I've been there.
I never knew for sure if it was my mom or dad coming in, since obviously if I opened my eyes to see, they'd know I was awake. Mostly, I presumed it was my dad, from the heavy-sounding footsteps.
Odd shadow.
Either way, I found it pretty hypocritical for them to preach to me about being up late when they were awake themselves.
Thanks.
Sometimes I wondered if they knew I wasn't sleeping, because often it was only after what seemed like hours before they'd finally leave and go to check on Alfie.
You don't feel that presence on you like
my
that?
little brother, and Lucy, my little sister. I'd have asked them about it, but I thought it would have confirmed any suspicions which they seemed to already have about my staying awake deep into the mornings of the next day. Like I said, I guess they were just paranoid about the child predator. It was stupid for me to presume any of these things, and I'll never forgive myself for it. But I did it all the same. Anyway, one day, Lucy's school, where my parents both work, announced a school trip. It meant they'd be gone at some point next month from Saturday morning to Sunday morning, and it meant that I'd finally get to watch the horror movie my friend had lent me, that my parents had refused to let me watch.
For a reason, bro.
There was one downside, though. I'd be left to look after Alfie. He, being only 6 years old, my mom was reluctant to leave him in my care.
Why is he in the hallway like that, though? Like, bruh. Like, little bro, I'd be like, hey, man, what you doing, bro? Y'all get your creepy looking ass.
Alone, but my dad defended me, reminding her that Alfie had been up most of the night after a nightmare, so he'd probably sleep most of the day anyway. Besides, he reassured her, he's 17. He can be given a little responsibility. With a heavy heart, my mom agreed. I honestly wish she hadn't. Finally, the morning came for them to head off. It took longer than expected because my sister said some of her favorite toy dolls had been stolen. But eventually, my mom persuaded her that they were probably just lost and told me to look for them whilst they were gone. I begrudgingly agreed, and soon they were ready to go. As they were leaving, my mom gave me a stern word, reminding me to lock the doors, not go to bed too late, and take good care of Alfie.
Always that checklist.
She told me she'd be watching through the security cameras to make sure I was looking after him properly. I told her she really didn't have to worry. Then we said our goodbyes.
Right nowadays, y'all got cameras that can be in the house, so that's even better.
Alfie and I spent most of the day playing outside, but came in after the frisbee landed near a strange man who Alfie said had been in his nightmare.
What?
I told him that was ridiculous, because even if he somehow was in his dream, he wouldn't be able to remember.
Hey, I don't want to take it there, but you know what I'm saying, me being, a black folk, situation like that, if my little brother told me, hey, I seen him in my dream, I'm saying, hey, bro, you can have that frisbee. We up out of here on everything. I'm trying to tell you.
Anyway, I went by myself to get it, and I have to admit that the man was fairly creepy. He had a huge grin, and his eyes, staring right at me, seemed to be permanently forced further open than they were designed to go.
Better than me.
His clothes all seemed to have been made from someone 50 years younger, as they struggled to cling to his
boy got a
full-grown
schmedium
body.
on.
It was cold, but he was wearing a sun hat, a tiny one for children, which barely fit on his head. I recognized it, but didn't know how at the time. If I'd learned anything from the videos I spent my nights watching, I'd have abandoned the frisbee and left. But
as you
clearly I didn't, because not wanting to feel like a baby, I approached him. As I got closer to the man,
Google
his
Gaga
smile
for me.
disappeared, and he removed the hat.
Y'all see his face?
Behind his back. I began to see his features in greater detail. He looked tired. He was pale and his eyes were bloodshot and had huge gaping bags under them.
Look at your haircut.
The entire time it took me to get to him, the man didn't move an inch, other than the odd blink. Not even his eyes shifted. At this stage, I was getting uneasy.
Like, I'm
I
not
just
gonna
wanted
talk.
to get it and leave. Hi, can I have my frisbee back, please?
I ain't asked for nothing.
Thanks. The thought of that conversation, if you can even call it a conversation, still makes me shiver. I locked the front door as soon as we got home.
As you should.
We were both a bit shaken, and Alfie looked tired, so I gave him some more food and put him to bed. It took him about 2 hours to fall asleep. He kept complaining that he'd have another nightmare about that man.
Nah, come on, man. You gotta keep little
I
bro
told
with
him
you.
he wouldn't, but
Besides, you on
he
the
wasn't
couch or something for that
convinced.
night.
I see him every night.
He whispered to me. Well, if you see him again, don't worry. I'll be here to fight him off. This seemed to settle him down, and soon he was fast asleep.
She speaks to me because she's a mom, just like I am. I think she has a plan of attack for this coronavirus that we have not heard or seen nationally.
At about 11, it was time to put my film
Hey.
on. I couldn't have my mom knowing that I was watching it, so I did
Watch a little
something
Dragon Ball Z.
naive and ignorant, and something I'll always regret. I turned off the security cameras. I
Why?
watched it for 2 hours straight.
Bro, this better
My
be the
eyes
best
never
movie
strayed
ever.
from the screen until I replayed the last few seconds of the film,
Right.
but the sound didn't happen again.
Uh-oh.
It was coming from inside my house.
What was he on standby?
Alfie? He didn't reply, but I could see him under the covers, so I thought he was just
Oh,
asleep,
no.
and I didn't want to wake him up. I swear, If
Like,
I
gonna
thought
check on your
anything
brother?
worse had happened, I'd have checked. You okay? I thought maybe I was just worrying too much, hearing things. It was late. The film
Oh
had
no, you
been
big
scary.
bro, man. You can't be a wimp,
Maybe
man.
it was just all in my head.
I lead by example. We gotta step up in there.
I knew from the sound of his voice it was him. Alfie! Alfie? Usually this much noise would have woken him up. Alfie,
window
what's
open?
going on? I knew something was wrong.
I'm outside.
It was him. The doll. I couldn't believe it. It had to be some kind of sick prank. It had to be. But it wasn't.
Nah, man. That's what you wanted it to be.
It was the man I'd spoken to earlier.
What?
He'd taken my brother. Alfie!
Bro, what are you doing? Hey,
I was certain they'd be gone before
I gotta
could
risk
reach
my
them.
legs. That situation. I gotta jump
But
through
he
the
didn't
window.
set off straight away. He watched as I tried helplessly to do something. I screamed and I shouted and I banged on the windows and I tried to open the doors, but nothing worked.
Adrenaline got kicked in right
It was all
there.
in vain. There was nothing I could do for my brother, my best friend.
You let your brother get
As he
taken.
was stolen away from me.
Most you did was run down the stairs and knock on the window.
It was too late for the police to do anything. It was too late for anybody to do anything. He was gone, and in time, I'd have to come to accept that.
Bro, what?
You have 9 new messages. First message.
Hello? If you're out with Alfie, call me back when you get back in, please. Love you guys. Bye.
End of message. Second message.
Daniel, we've been trying to get a hold of you for hours. Is everything alright? Did you turn the security cameras off?
They'll be fine. The security system probably just glitched
If you only knew.
Hey, Alfie, just call us as soon as you can, okay? You know how Mom worries.
End of message.
Hold on, so you haven't called your parents
Third
yet?
message.
Listen, Daniel, we're starting to get really worried now. If you don't pick up, one of us is gonna have to come home to check if everything's okay. Please pick up.
End of message. Fourth
Daniel, are you okay? Daniel!
Let
What's
him know.
happened? Please answer.
You made a mistake.
I couldn't bear to tell them anything.
What?
That was 7 years ago. We never found him.
Wow.
When I asked my parents if they'd seen anything at all of this man whilst they checked on us during the night, they only looked at me, concerned and confused. What do you mean? They
Hey.
asked. I could only stare at them in horror. Every night, around 2, you'd come and check on Alfie, Lucy, and me to see if we were sleeping.
Daniel?
They told me.
No,
we didn't.
What?
The police wanted security camera footage of the man, but of course, there wasn't any. It automatically deletes any footage older than 24 hours, which meant I'd been mindless enough to stop it recording on the only night we could have seen him. You know,
Wow.
the strange thing is, I don't even know if I want Alfie to be alive. Because if he is,
Bro.
God knows what that monster has done to him.
Bro, it's your fault though.
Sorry if I've gone on too long, but the guilt's been killing me. I had to get it out somehow. I only tell it as a story because, well, people like stories, and I want as many people to hear this as possible. Alfie, if somehow you're watching, I love you. And
Nah.
I'm so sorry.
That ain't enough.
Please, don't lose hope.
What you just said,
And
you
to
don't...
the man who took you, it's not too late. If you have any heart at all, and even if you don't, please, please let my little brother come home. To everybody
You
else,
just said you didn't know if you even want him to be
if someone
alive.
comes into your bedroom at night, open your eyes. You never know who it might be.
Right.
I still stay up late at night. But it's not because I don't want to sleep. It's because I can't. In case anyone sees Alfie, this is the last good photo we took of him. That's it. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. If you would like to...
Okay. Get you some merch and all that if you into that. Two things. One, real quick. Shout out to Llama Arts once again. They're one of the best to do this. Like bar none. Like I said, they never disappoint. They did with this one. Two, that is the worst Big Brother in the history of Big Brothers, to my knowledge so far. Bro, your brother lets you know that I've seen that dude in my dreams. The same guy that's sitting in that field. You approach him, and then you'll get closer to him and you act like a wimp. One, you get your frisbee, you go home, whatever, all right, cool. You get home, your brother tells you, look, I don't feel well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling good, that we legit seen the guy who I've been seeing in my dreams. I can't sleep. You still telling me, oh, it's all good, bro. Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. I'll tuck you in. If if something happens, I'll be here. I'd have like, big bro. I mean, not big bro. I'd be like, little bro. You know what I'm saying? Come lay with me. Come sleep with me, man. Come sleep on the couch while I watch TV or whatever. I'm saying something like that. You gotta be the big bro. You gotta play the part, man. You're the pretty much the closest thing to a parent at that point in time while they gone. Then you go upstairs and you check on him after he does finally go to sleep, and you don't even fully check on him, knowing he's scared. You half look in there. Oh, you all right, bro? And then walk out of there. You see the window open, like the window went open when you left. And does that really look like your brother? Like, you don't really know your brother's shape. I'm saying at that point in time, to really know, like, I don't see no hair or no head. Let me get closer. Let me make sure. Let me actually make sure he's straight. Because even that, you got to make sure he's breathing. You know what I'm saying? You are the parent pretty much in that situation. You got to make sure your siblings are good. Like, come on. You turn off the alarm. I mean, you turn off the camera because you want to watch a movie, which I hope that movie was the best movie you ever seen in life, because all this happened in part to that movie. I hope it was a banger. At least you got that from it. Then you hear noise. You half look again, just to finally see that, oh, shoot, my brother's been taken after we look out the window. And then you go throughout the house, make your way downstairs, get to the car and bang on the door. Bro, I'm on top of the car, like on some action movie. I'm on top of the car going back and forth. He got to swerve me up off of it or something. He got to take my life. I'm fighting to the end. Like, if he managed to get away without me, bro, he had to go to all stops. Cause I'm telling you, like, if he kidnapped my brother in a situation, hey, I guess he kidnapped both of us. Cause I'm on it. I'm on the whole ride with you. Like, come on, bro. You bang on the window a little bit and let him skirt off. Then you call the cops and don't let the parents know what's going on. Like, you get on the phone with them, you just freeze up. Man. Bro. Let's get into it. Let's enjoy it. The Woman by Llama Arts. Like I said, they the goats with this.
It was a late, moonless, snowy night. I heard the chilling cry of a bobcat as I arrived home from my parents' house, where we had just had Thanksgiving dinner in northern Michigan. Exhausted, I had finally made it to my bed when my pregnant girlfriend asked for nacho cheese munchies. Reluctantly, I laced up my boots and went to my car. Due to the cold, it took me a while to start the car, which only made me more irritated. But eventually I got it started, and I arrived at the convenience store to retrieve my girlfriend's mandated snacks. As I left the store, walking back towards my car, I saw a shadow of movement out of the corner of my eye.
Right.
What looked like a person stood near the dumpster, just out of the light. I stepped towards the figure, and she looked at me with a giant, sinister smile.
Ugh.
Her face was so weathered, it looked like she had cracks all over her face. She was crouched down and appeared to be chewing on something.
Why are you sitting there watching?
I looked to see what she was chewing on.
Why?
To my surprise, it was a severed arm. It looked old.
What?
As if it had been rotting for weeks. I saw her glance
look, if I'm in that situation and I see that, just know that I'm not sitting there, oh, what are you looking at? Or what is she chewing on? And she got you got blood on her feet, got that creepy ass look on her face. I'm getting to my car or I'm going back in the store and I'm saying, hey, look, y'all need to call them boys. I'm saying, call them boys to come, hey, to go get a look at that, by that trash can real quick before I get back up out of here, man. I tell my lady, hey, don't wait up. Don't wait up for these snacks. Because I ain't going nowhere until I make sure that situation is handled.
I glanced at something in her pocket. I could see the outline of what looked like a pocket knife.
Oh, no.
As soon as I looked back up, she quickly charged me.
Oh, no.
I pushed her away and then ran back to the
stiff arm,
convenience
though.
store.
That Derrick Henry.
I burst through the door and frantically yelled towards the cashier to call the police as I turned to lock it.
Would have been done all that.
He asked me, "What's going on?" I scowled at him and said, "Please, just call the cops." I looked back outside and saw the woman had moved across the street and was still scrutinizing me as she maintained her malevolent grin. "Look, there's a girl out there who's trying to kill me." Looking over me, he replied, "I don't see anyone out there,
get
sir."
out the doorway.
Those words shook me, even to this day. When the police reached the gas station, they began looking around for the woman while one of the officers asked me what had happened, and I told him the details of the encounter. One of the officers came back and said he couldn't find anything. I then took them back to where I first noticed her. We spent a few minutes intently searching, but there was no proof she was ever even there. The officer cocked his head and looked at me as if I was deranged and asked me in a judgmental tone, "Are you feeling okay?" I was about to defend myself, and then I started to think.
You got a pregnant lady.
I'm tired, and I have had a couple of drinks, so I just told him, "Yes, sir. Sorry for bothering you.
Sipping too?
I hope you have a nice night." And then I drove home. I got home at around 4 o'clock in the morning. My girlfriend greeted me with an angered but concerning tone of voice. She asked me,
"Where were you? Are you okay?"
So I told her everything that happened. Of course, she didn't believe me. I couldn't get to sleep that night. I sat in my bed questioning my sanity, wondering if it was all even real. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm just tired. But no, that can't be it. I saw it. But if I saw it, why was there no proof? Where did the arm go? Where did she go?
Where'd the blood go?
Before I knew it, it was 7 in the morning, and I had to go to work. I threw on my jacket as I was about to head to the construction site, and I put my hand in my pocket and noticed that there was a hole in it. It wasn't there the other day. I thought, what if she caught my jacket as I ran? Which further proves my suspicion that she was real. I couldn't believe it. My mind completely went wild until my girlfriend kissed me goodbye. I told my friends at work what had happened, and they didn't believe me either. They made jokes about it the entire day. I had my bowling tournament that day, so that gave me something to look forward to. I got home and hung my vest and jacket up and rapidly put on my bowling shoes and got my bowling ball. My girlfriend looked at me with a pleasant smile and said,
"When will you be back?"
"Probably around 11.
Don't be long.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, baby."
At around 10:30, the tournament had finally finished, and we had won. I was so thrilled I had forgotten about the woman. As we were leaving, I noticed something at the other end of the parking lot. It was that psychotic woman. We stared at each other for what felt like an eternity. She slowly started moving towards me while waving her knife in the air and making cuts.
At this point in time, right?
I quickly jumped into my car and turned it on. As I looked up, I saw she was standing in front of me,
Where the two guys
staring at me. She slowly walked over to my window.
Why are you letting that happen?
Deep and
put the car in drive.
Little pig, let me in.
I was frozen in fear, but I snapped back to reality when she banged on the roof of my car, screaming.
Oh, no.
I quickly slammed my foot on the accelerator and didn't let off it until I couldn't see her anymore.
As you
When
should.
I arrived home, I told my girlfriend what had happened. Like last time, she didn't believe me.
She's like, man,
I
whatever.
really thought I was insane, but I tried to forget about it and get some sleep. Later that night, I woke up and saw her in my room.
Bruh.
All she said was, "Let me in," over and over as she got closer. She then started shouting,
Let me in, let me in, let me in! Let me in! Come on, Paul. Stop being difficult.
I was wondering how in the world my girlfriend hadn't heard this going on.
She a crazy
The
ex.
woman was right next to me and held up a knife to me. That's when
Oh,
I
no.
fainted. I woke startled in my room, dripping with sweat. Then I remembered I don't have a girlfriend, nor a house, or a family.
Wow.
Come on, Paul. Time for your morning meds. Let me in.
So it was all in his mind. Crazy. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna end it right there. That was another banger. Like I said, Llama Art does nothing but make bangers all the time. I kid you not. The link to these videos will be in the description. Feel free to check them out if you don't know anything about them. And hey, you'll get lost. You'll get lost in watching your videos. They're crazy. The stories are amazing. They do such a great job with the animations and everything. They're legit, like I said, bar none, one of the best to do it on YouTube, in my opinion. So enjoy it. Like, again, this is a scary ass Saturday. Hey, a banger. But real quick before I close this off, like always, I appreciate you all for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And share with your friends and family. Until the next time, take care. Yeah.
Hit the like, don't forget the like, and subscribe button, and subscribe button, and subscribe button, and subscribe button.